Hi guys, now you know with Boogie Woogie, if you vary the slightest thing, you can come up with a whole new riff and a whole new world of possibilities. That's one of the beauties of experimenting with the riffs that I'm teaching you on this channel. And for those of you who've come from a classical tradition, or you've had formal piano lessons, and by the way, it's always good to have formal piano lessons, it's different in that sense, because when you have a classical sonata, you learn the notes and you play it. But with Boogie Woogie, if you vary something slightly, it changes the whole character. Let me show you an example. If you come over here to the left-hand camera person, come over here to the left hand. Now, we all know the chop, which we've learned is one of the bases of Boogie Woogie. Now, the chop, of course, is one of the first things you learn when you're playing this style of piano, and it's a great riff. It's very versatile. You can use it in blues and Boogie Woogie, but what I want to do is slightly vary it. So instead of doing this, which you probably all can do, and if you don't know it, have a look at How to Play Amazing Boogie Woogie Piano, those series of lessons, which starts you off with a whole way of how to play boogie. And instead of doing that, I want you to do this. See what I'm doing? Instead of doing that, I'm almost adding an extra beat. I'm going da-da, da-da. See that? You know, instead of doing da 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 da, which is nice, I'm almost like adding an extra beat to it. So I'm playing that first. So just play that first with your finger. So it's da-da. So you basically do that, and then okay, you see what I'm doing? Da-da, ba-da. I'll do it again, very slow. Ba-dum, ba-dum. And when you put it together, it goes like this. That's great for your technique as well. Just go up to the 4 chord, doing the same thing. Da-dum, da-dum. See what I'm doing? Playing that first. Da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Get that rhythm. Da-dum. Up to the 5 chord. And then back again. And then you can just do a little improvisation with it. I want you to go from, come over here camera person, to the left hand. I want you to go from the straight chop, which you can all do. Again, it's the basis of all Boogie Woogie piano, really. You could say this is where you start. And instead of doing that, just vary it. So it's da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And it changes the whole character of the chop. So you've gone from that, you've changed the rhythm, da-dum, ba-dum. What I want you to do is, when you've mastered the left hand, come over and look here at me, camera person. What are you doing today? Oh, not that far. Pretty nice today, camera person.
Am I? Oh, thank you.
You're looking pretty good. Pretty cool. Do you still wish to
I'm
stay
supposed
on?
To be incognito.
Yeah, you're still being. We got the old boots. We got the old mini skirt, looking quite rock star like today. So well done, camera person. You've been taking your vitamin B and been getting an early morning jog in the park, I hear.
I'm not sure about the early morning jog in the park.
Okay,
but, yeah.
You like your sleep, don't you, camera person?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Hard to get it when you've got children, isn't
yes,
it?
Yes, it is. So what I want you to do is to practice that. I want you to practice that, and I want you to see if you can experiment with having a nice right hand riff. So you'll find that the whole character of your Boogie Woogie changes. So, you know, instead of just come over here to the, just see if you can film the whole keyboard, camera person. Instead of just doing, you know, kind of, you want to go know, and it turns it actually into a blues boogie. Into the killer chop, if you like. It's gone from boogie woogie into kind of blues boogie by just changing the rhythm. And also you'll find if you practice this technique, it's a really good left hand for building up your coordination, because a lot of you are beginners, you're trying to coordinate your hands. If you kind of do that, it's a really good technical exercise for your left hand. So even just playing it with your left hand, you're going to build up coordination skills doing it, and then gradually just put a simple right hand and see if you can just come up with something very, very simple. The trick is to not try and come up with a complete boogie woogie all at once. Just start vamping. You know, often if you just come over here to the right hand camera person, when I'm vamping in C, just kind of do an inversion like that. I'm going to give you this chord. It's like a C second inversion, 7th, G, B flat, D, E. That's kind of a nice one to use, you know, get those notes there, G, B flat, E, D, E, natural and G. See those notes? And just kind of do it like, and then put that left hand with it and you've got, vary it. There is you're not kind of fighting the rhythm, you know. Where I think you get confused is when you start trying to do a complicated rhythm that doesn't match the rhythm of the left hand. And so when you're starting a new left hand in boogie woogie, make it easy for yourself. Don't start doing a complicated, you know, 3 against 2 rhythm. Do a rhythm in the right hand that actually goes with the rhythm you're playing in the left hand before starting to do complicated rhythms. So that's another reason why people get confused when they play both hands together. They start playing very complicated rhythms all at once instead of playing a rhythm that goes together. Do you see what I mean, camera person?
I do.
And of course a simple one is this. If you come over here, the simplest rhythm that goes together, I saw Dr. John doing this. You see, the rhythm is the same. I'm not kind of doing, you know, I'm not kind of doing a strange boot. I'm just kind of, you know, the rhythm is, and that's the way, by the way, to master hands together. You do a rhythm that's almost exactly the same. And the right hand play together. Now you're not going to do this all the time, but when you're starting off, it's a good way to get your confidence going. And then you can with your right hand, left hand, play the rhythm so that they don't fight against each other. And when you've got it off pat, then you can move on to a more complicated improvisation. And of course, if you can read sheet music, go and download the Boogie Woogie sheet music to go along with these YouTube lessons, the Badass Boogie bundles, which go along with the Badass Boogie bundle playlists. go to our website. I'll put a little icon, there's a little book icon, just click that icon, it'll take you to the website. You can download some free sheet music samples. I'll put some videos there that you might also want to watch when we're in Paris. We've got a great Paris Boogie Woogie video and some other stuff, so do click on the videos I'm going to put on here. And click that subscribe button. Do subscribe. Don't be a stranger. Don't come back, but do come back, but don't be a stranger. Do come back, but don't be a stranger. Camera person, what's going on here? I didn't have my greens last night.
I don't know, yeah.
Okay.
I'm confused too.
Do you want to sing us a song?
You must subscribe, and buy the bundles,
That sounded.
You must subscribe, and buy the bundles,
And with that mellifluous note, camera person, I'll talk to you
very, very soon.
soon.
Talk to you soon.